Alright, I'm just going to say it. Starting an apprenticeship in 2025 might be the dumbest decision you could make. You'll be broke, exhausted, sore in every place you can imagine, and wondering why you didn't just go work in an air-conditioned office for twice the bloody money. But here's the thing, I've been there, I've done the 6 a.m. starts in freezing weather, I've been yelled at when I was a shit kicker, and I've got home too tired to do anything after work. And I'll tell you the real truth about the apprenticeship, the stuff they don't put on the glossy posters at TAFE. So anyway, let's get into it. First of all, you'll be broke for years, probably all 4 years of your apprenticeship. The first year apprentice pay is absolutely horrendous. You're probably going to be getting $600-700, which isn't even enough to cover the rent, let alone your fuel and your food and whatever. Forget buying a new car, you'd be lucky if you can even afford to get to site with that fuel, mate. And that's before you buy tools and whatever else. You're working with the starter kit you got from Bunnings and wondering why everyone else's gear is shiny and worth more than your whole paycheck. Dude, I remember when I started, I spent half my first month's pay on a Pazzi and the other half on fuel. I had to borrow money for lunch the next week, dude. It is cooked. If you're a blue collar worker and you work in the trades, let me know if you can remember what your wage was when you first started. Some people say like they made $10 an hour back in the day, so let me know. Alright, moving on. Number 2, you'll be working harder than you ever have in your life. Think of any job and you're working harder in this job. Everyone says it's just a bit of labour until you're carrying LVLs across muddy ground in the rain on your head. Alright, you're climbing, bending, crawling under frames, lifting sheets of ply that are bigger than you, and doing it all while the clock is ticking. And no one's giving you breaks because you look tired. You keep going because that's what's expected. I've gone home so sore I couldn't even pick up my dinner fork properly. Forget the gym. Your gym is the job site, mate. That's all you're going to be doing for the rest of your life. Mate, and that it doesn't end there, alright? It's not just physical, it's mentally. This is number 3, mentally, it's a grind. You'll get yelled at, called slow, told you should know this by now, even when no one's actually shown you how to do it. Apprenticeship brain is real. You'll feel like the dumbest person on site for months, maybe even years. And yeah, you get thick-skinned, but that first year, it is brutal. It's like everyone's testing to see if or when you'll crack. But you know what? This does shape up your character, and it is good for you. But if you're weak, don't even get started, mate. Trust me. I've seen some blokes absolutely gone mental. By the way, mate, check out the abs on this bloke. I bloody missed them. Definitely don't have them right now. Go check out some of my old videos as well. Some absolutely prime content. Just like this one. Alright, moving on to number 4. 6 a.m. means early nights, mate. You've got mates that are out till 1 a.m. while you're in bed at 9. Because you know the next morning, you've got to be up before sunrise. Weekends sometimes are going to be gone because you're catching up on jobs or doing OT. And if you're thinking you'll be partying through your apprenticeship, good luck turning up to a Monday morning with a hangover. Been there, done that. That's shit. You can't do it. Whoa! 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 You know what you can do as a first year? A shitload of sweeping, a shitload of packing up, and a shitload of doing all the shit jobs, essentially. You're at the bottom, you're on the broom all the time, sweeping, carrying sheets, fetching coffee, I don't know, what else? You're doing all the jobs that no one wants. You have to earn the right to pick up a nail gun, apparently. And until then, you get every crappy job there is. And that'll go on for probably your entire apprenticeship. But the most when you just start. So if you're not ready to do the same shit over and over and over again, and all the shit jobs that take forever, don't start your apprenticeship. That's all I'm going to say. Have a look at this absolute tree branch, mate. There's about 700 studs slapped together. This was ridiculous, but it's actually really satisfying. Alright, number 6. You are worth absolute pennies. Some bosses just see apprentices as nothing more than budget labourers. You might spend months just doing grunt work, barely touching the actual trade, and it's kind of frustrating. You're there to learn, not just to be a human wheelbarrow, you know? But some places, that's how it is. That's why it's important to find the right people to work for, usually someone you've already had a connection with, whether it be a family member or a family friend or something like that, to make sure you're there and they're going to teach you. Because luckily the people I've worked for actually wanted to teach me, you know. Sometimes you're not there to be a labourer, you're there to be an apprentice, which is to learn how to, you know, one day start your own business, essentially. That's what you should be getting trained to do. So you should be provided with the proper tools to be able to problem solve on the spot and know how to run your own jobs in the future. That's number 6. Number 7. Instead of buying tools to go on and work, you're going to be working to buy tools, mate. Just to work, you're going to be spending an absolute fortune. Boots, your pants, maybe some rain gear, nail belts, drills, impacts, saws, recip, everything, insurance, you know, the car insurance, your insurance, all that kind of stuff, the fuel, your food. You're not just earning little money, you're spending more than all of it. Like, you're going to have savings just to be an apprentice, just so you can show up to work. It's absolutely ridiculous. There's also zero guarantee you'll finish your apprenticeship. You could give it your all and still not make it to the end. People quit, companies shut down, and bosses sack you for no reason. You could be halfway through your apprenticeship and suddenly you're back to square one because you quit, your boss fired you, they went broke, all this kind of stuff. Me personally, I'm technically not even a second year in TAFE, and I've been doing it for 3.5 years because I've been effed around. So, you know, is it even worth starting in the first place? Maybe just do a bit of labouring here and there to get your foot in the door. But is a 4-year apprenticeship worth it? And are you likely to stick it through 4 years? I don't know. I'm definitely under.
Quick, check your audit to a point, just scrap as much as you can. It's in that. Yeah, all of them up and back, so they're trunk trusses.
Yep. Alright, so after that, why would anyone want to do this? Because once you push through, you've actually got a skill for life. You'll earn real money, and you'll never be stuck without work, and you'll be able to look at something and say, I built that. You'll learn more about discipline, problem solving, and real world grit than you could ever imagine. An apprenticeship would test you, but if you survive it, you'll come out tougher, smarter, and more capable than most people your age. So, is it worth it? That's up to you. Just don't say I didn't warn you, but give it a go. And thanks for watching to the end, mate. You're a gentleman and a scholar. And if you made it this far in the video, comment apprentice. And I know you made it this far, mate. Thank you very much.